there's 5 folks, yeah, then I don't have to know. How does that work? Sick. It's actually freaking sick. I can't believe it. Yes. Like tomorrow's noms and I don't have to freak out. Wasn't loyal to me. I'm a very loyal person. I was like, let's do this till the wheels fall off. And then he put me up. Kev, get out of here. We're 100% going up. Of course he's going up. Are you kidding me? It's easy. It's Joss and Tracy Lynn for sure. Yeah, but you're running around the place telling everybody about your secret. Like, it's good. It's time you come clean. You won't opening up. Took myself out last night. One view. Took myself out for long. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. This is epic. And I get a winner's outfit. Sick. Yeah, you take your fucking age range from your triple. All that blood on your hands. Get out of here. Miss me with that. Saved myself from the block all year. Oh, it was so good. Oh my God. Final 4. Let's go, baby. Sick. Oh my God. Unreal. Like literally unreal. And I get to hear, I think, from Deshaun. Is it? Okay.
Just have a little, put on a little show in there?
Just had a little meltdown. Yeah, no big deal. Just need some tea. Also, is it this week? Is it this week to show? What was last week? Is it
This week what?
Is it season 7 this week that you get to see, or is it season 9?
I think you get to see Tashawn, assuming they don't do any 8. Yeah.
Because did Marty see season 7?
He saw Dane, yeah.
And Dane's from season 7.
Yeah. See, I think you're in for a little Tashana.
Are you kidding?
Daughter's gonna be so jealous.
This one's for you, Sam, I swear. Back. Oh.
She's gonna be so jealous.
Well, if it wasn't her, it was definitely, I'm so glad it was me.
Yeah.
Fucking unreal, dude. What a day. Me too, I know. Wild. On the block, I know. Fuck on it. Triple.
Now you're.
Who would have thought?
If you want, I can come in the morning and make sure you still wake up beside me so you feel comfortable. I can just open
I
the
always
door.
thought it would be fun to like, doesn't matter now, but a sleepover.
To move to what?
It's gonna be a fun week, don't worry. Promise.
Oh, Betty, we've all agreed that if there is a vote out a jury member situation, none of us will do it. Are you in for that?
What does that mean, vote out a jury member?
Like, let's say they're like, okay, because there's 8, right? Let's say they're like 5 house guests. You have to pick one or like final 3. You have to pick one jury. You have to pick one person to be removed.
You think
from the
they would
jury.
do that?
Yes.
Marty had this theory that it was gonna be 3 people at the end.
Who knows? But if there is
I'm not gonna vote out someone else.
I think Canada's gonna be a jury member.
I'm out.
no, but like it might be like we have to decide, together that one person is off the jury.
You think? That's like savage.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more
That's
likely that
ruthless.
Canada is a jury member, because that hasn't been back in a while.
Yeah.
I agree, but if it is that, I'm not voting out anyone here off the jury.
I might.
Imagine
Okay.
being in jury and then, like, you're not safe there either. Like, you're not safe
It's
anywhere.
like a whole nother game.
Yeah.
Wild. Like, wild. Micah looks so good too, hey?
She does.
Yeah.
Is that the same? She wore a different dress for her engagement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But it was goldy shimmery.
It was
though.
like it was half though, I
Yes,
think.
yes, yeah.
But it was like black, and I think it was to the knee.
You always remember what people are wearing.
So, I'm like, totally.
No,
What
but
the
how,
hell?
Sorry.
how iconic is that though? You won HOH on
And she said your
Icas.
name. It doesn't even
Yeah.
matter about the roast. Like she's like JC
It's
Lynn.
the fact that
I
she
know.
knows my name. Are you kidding me?
I know. She said Helena. I was like, I'm fangirling. Like, I'm shopping to my.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You are right. I can do that. Totally. Whatever you say, no problem.
Oh my god.
Say mean things to me. I love it.
Those weren't real letters, right?
It's like that
I
one
was gonna
movie.
open one, but I was like, ugh, no.
No, that Ica shredded, like of ours. Those are fake letters, right?
Who knows?
Yeah, let's
Who
just
knows?
let's leave it at yes.
knows?
Okay.
We don't need to think into that now because you know what? That'd be tragic.
I love that she laughs at her own jokes though too. Like, I love that.
On it.
Yeah, she's
I
like,
know,
I'm so
she's
funny.
Like a legend. And I'm like, are you
Literally.
kidding me? My favorite player of all time.
I know.
So sick.
Like,
I love her.
seriously.
She's mine too. I literally
yeah,
love
it's funny
her.
when I was asked, Big Brother asked me, I was like, I love Icon.
Me too. We must all have
Literally.
said that.
And like this is the day of like season 5 because Dem was the HOH in a triple.
Okay.
And that's never been done before. And now we just had Ica as the
Look at
HOH,
that.
Like, or sorry, the HOH
Interesting.
comp. What was this one called? Shred That Letter.
Yeah, this one's easy. The
And what
two
was the other one called?
time machine challenges or something, and something about a clock.
I don't know the clock one. Does anyone remember that?
Ball around the clock, I'm gonna say.
Oh God.
Oh, what the hell was that called?
I don't know.
Was it like a ping pong situation?
Maybe. No, there had to be a name to it because it wasn't a safety comp.
This game is so weird.
So weird.
He's just like bald and like cute.
I just
my
want to
one
be able
true
to put a
love.
face to it, you know?
Aw. Your parents. I'm excited to see your parents.
I see my parents all cry right now. I can't. Oh, my, sorry. They just make me emotional because I love them so much.
This is me, Jace.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we're all gonna have a good.
yeah.
I just
good
really can't wait to
session,
have a
good
glass of
practice.
wine. Are
I
you
could
kidding
go right
me?
now.
You guys can all have a swig. Are you kidding me? You have to check with the
snacks do you think you'll have?
Just makes me laugh. I have no freaking idea. I've never even thought about being HOH. Like literally, all I've ever thought about was surviving the block. So.
No, but what's your favorite chocolate?
I like honestly, I don't even remember what I put down. Anything at this point, like.
Who's on my approved list of who I'm allowed to speak to in the house?
Oh yes, you're gonna have to give lists.
Oh.
Yeah, I had
You
one.
can talk
I had
to-
one last week.
Oh, that's what. Oh, Marty. Oh, shit. You can talk to anyone you want.
That's so nice of you.
Thank you
She's
so
a
much.
generous HOH.
About any topic?
About any topic.
Wow.
Wow, boy, how the turntables.
That's so wild. Now that he's not here, he was like, "You can't talk to people," or did he? Or did he say it like? Did he say it like? How do
He's
you?
like, I think it would be best if you didn't talk to half the house.
He told me I shouldn't be alone in rooms
With me?
with people. Yeah, with people.
Wow. It's like total controlling vibes. Well, good thing he's gone.
Straight up.
Big brother, call
Betty at the outside. It's probably time for bed now. Has to be.
Yeah, after the room, yeah. I'll be quick.
Is anyone hungry for dinner or no? I'm not hungry.
No, absolutely not.
Are you allowed to talk about what happens in the DR if you're in the DR with the whole house?
No.
Okay,
I
Cool.
don't think so.
great.
Let's not risk bringing Slot back this far into the game, okay?
Wild ride, eh?
Wild, wild day. Fucking wild. I would have never got that Kyle one. I was like, Marty said that whispers. I was like, he must.
That was
have.
hard as hell.
Did you get that one?
Right?
Yeah.
Those
You said
pieces.
Kyle?
Yeah.
was so hard.
Silence
There's
the
like two that were
whispers.
easy. One was the
Oh,
Jessica,
yeah.
the olive branch, or
H-
dipping our
POV.
toes.
That was the
Sorry?
only one.
Yeah, I
When,
didn't.
when
I
was
didn't.
that? When did he
Kyle,
say
it
that?
was when he put Moose and Steph up, and he's like, he was talking about them, and then he's like, his reasoning for Steph was because she was associated with it, and he's like, I'm gonna silence those whispers.
I would have
I
never. Did you
did
guys get that
not.
one?
No.
Yeah, neither did I. I put Jess. And I was thinking
What
Marty.
did I put for that star?
Kyle's the only person who would say silence those whispers.
I literally
was
put
surprised they had
Herman for
Moose twice.
3 of them because then
Did
I was
you?
like, it just kept sounding like
I put
Herman.
Jess as
It was
an
both
answer
the things
after
that Moose
Jess,
said.
'cause
I
I
put
thought
for
it
Herman.
was-
I
Oh,
was like,
no,
they're so
yeah.
Me,
interchangeable.
because I'm always talking about being a fighter.
I had you for I'm a fighter.
Oh.
So did Helena.
Because that's usually what I say, and I wrote my name down, and then I was like, no, Moose. Because remember when
That
he was
makes me
like,
feel
Betty,
better.
answers are locked in? I literally was like, that's me. And then I was like, no, that's Moose.
That makes
I
me
always
feel
say
better
it.
about picking you if you picked you.
I did pick me, and then I was like, am I really going to get this wrong?
And then you did get that one wrong?
No, I got it right. Because I just switched it quickly to Moose.
Oh,
I was
okay,
like,
okay.
he said that at second time he was nominated.
Oh, okay.
On eviction night?
On eviction night.
The first one's a great quote. You thought you were playing checkers, but you were playing chess. Or you thought you were playing chess, but you were playing.
POV
That was
Moose.
Moose.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Summer was right. There always is a speech one. I thought she was like, not. I was like, no, there's going to be no way. Wow.
For some reason, I thought I was going to be good at that.
So did I. I thought it'd be a little bit longer, like drunken speech, at least like.
Yeah,
it's-
like a little
it's the
something
whole
else.
Thing. You remember something from the speech. You get
And
what I
hearing
mean?
it in Aika's voice is just different. I don't know. Then you have to like envision each person saying it.
Yeah.
To see if it sounds right.
Exactly.
It was hard.
Like with the drunken speech, at least like, let's say you hear one thing, like, oh yeah, I remember that from that. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Betty.
you don't hang on to every single word.
Yeah.
I hope someone on TV. That's all I want out of this game. That's all I want.
We were talking once about Marty, and you're like, "There's a Save Betty hashtag," and I believe there's a Save Betty hashtag. I was like,
Now that I know that people are like, you've been on the block all season. I really have. So funny.
did we bring weights in? Yeah.
Do you think about the backyard tomorrow?
I hope so.
Yeah,
Probably
we
not
might.
though, right?
0, no?
Oh, you're right.
There's like a POV, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Things become.
I wonder how that
blur.
works. I bet we all compete.
Yeah.
Even
don't know.
HOH, right?
No.
Because there's 5 people. How could there only be 4 people that
I'm
compete?
trying to remember what they did last
But you would just throw the HOH in the ring like this far in, do you think?
I have
When we
no
haven't
idea, but I'm like, would they compete with 4 people?
been? You're right. I don't know.
I can't remember what happened last year.
Or maybe 3 people only compete.
I don't remember.
I'm not remembering either.
Why would 3 people?
No, it would have to be everyone. You would think.
Yeah, I'm like, I want a video.
Well,
if
no,
that's what
mine is
everyone's getting.
HOH though.
So that's 4 then.
What's wrong with that? It's not like there needs to be an odd number.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think it would even matter, actually.
That's true. Yeah. I guess why would HOH now?
Mm-hmm. That'd be like major advantage. This far in, I wonder though.
What did I say about your wife? I can't remember.
That she's pissed at me because of me making out with Marsha, and
Yeah, so Kev, it was really bad, clearly.
it was.
Oh my god.
I didn't think I used tongue, but Marsha told me there was tongue,
I can't believe it.
I can't wait to see
You're a
that.
cheater.
I know.
and Jillian told her to shred this letter.
Wow.
You want to practice your Who Wants to See My HOH?
No, I'm
Just
not
let
weird
it-
like that.
just
All I
let it
want to
be
do is see a
natural.
photo of my parents, hopefully, and that's it. And then go to bed.
Do you have like individual?
Read the
pics of
letter.
them?
Yeah, of course, but
And your winner's outfit.
I know, but like, it's really not that big of a deal. I just want to
Okay, shut the
get
hell
Betty,
I
up.
really am.
enough
I
of this.
swear to God, it's
It is
not.
such a big
It's
deal.
Huge
such
deal.
a wild day today.
Betty,
Imagine
a
our
win
day.
is a win.
I know,
Winning
I know,
HOH,
You gotta
it's a
enjoy
big
this.
deal. Be happy,
You're being
celebrate.
so kind, but like, it's okay.
It's facts. It's
I really
not. I
appreciate
don't
it.
understand.
You gotta enjoy this.
It's okay,
Like,
don't worry.
bask
Hey.
in it right now. Don't why are you downplaying it?
If
I'm
you're
not,
if you're
I'm not.
trying to
It's
set the
amazing.
tone of a fun HOH week,
It will be
then
fun.
you gotta make your room reveal
Okay,
fun.
It will be fun, but like no stress. It'll be so cool and
No,
chill.
no.
We've been through the ringer, you guys, in this game. Like, no more of that.
So I can speak to anyone about any
Anything
topic.
you want, closed door, open door. Don't even ask me that. It's freaking weird. You can even talk to Josh. I don't care. I'm sorry. It's so funny.
The evil laugh. Oh my goodness, Betty.
I'm just kidding. I can't crack jokes? Come on.
I don't know.
Oh come! This is a joke too. I think. I think this is
It's all
a joke.
good.
Y'all are gonna make up. It's gonna
No?
be fine. You're gonna make up.
Probably not.
I think he's doing it.
I don't care. It was a joke. Was it mean?
Huh?
No.
Was it mean?
No, that was funny.
No, I didn't think it was that deep.
I think he's doing a bit. I think he's gonna come back in 10 seconds.
No. It's fine. But really, you could be on that.
I know.
It's all good. But this is so wild.
Do you wanna go? Should I go?
Was that mean?
No. I thought you were making light of the situation.
I was making light of the situation. Whatever. It probably was the cackle. It was a little bit, whatever. My intentions were not ill. We're not malicious.
Just tell him that later.
I'll tell him that later, not right now.
Oh wow, they just found Wuhan, China.
I can't believe. Do you think Big Brother was in on?
Marty's thing? Yeah,
Yeah.
it must be.
They
How
mu-
can you just take
yeah.
things from the house?
It must have
Right?
been like a secret
How can you just
task.
take things from the house? Like,
Yeah.
like big things.
He probably thought it would be funny.
Yeah. We're laughing so much.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
No, but this is so cool. You know how much time would pass by if we had this still?
Just think I was joking.
What?
Go check out and say I was joking. I'm a good person.
You are. No one said.
Was that
No. No, I think you're making light of it. I don't think it was that
Okay,
deep.
I wasn't.
I think it's just sensitive right now.
I'm like, isn't that karma? Tell me that is not the world working. Like,
No, it is being put on the block, everything, and then even
putting me on the
HOH.
block.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Isn't that? I'm like, I'm not. I
I'm-
swear, I'm not a tit for tat kind of person.
No.
But like, how does that happen almost instantly?
I know.
Isn't that insane?
It's insane. I genuinely thought I was going on the block. And then when you're like, I'm being put up, will you see me? I go, what?
I know. I just think it's, and I get it. I just wish I would have known. Like, you know me. I'm like, I ride for you for life
Yeah.
until death. And then it just was like, oh, it's just a game. I get it. That's why I think it was salty, but I'm okay. I'm over it. But if you put my game in danger, I'll put your game in danger. It's just how it works, especially at this stage.
No,
My
that's
numbers are
fair.
so easy. I already did that.
Am I them? Yeah.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
We're fine. So funny.
But did he tell you why?
No, and like he had all day to. I'm so logical. I sat there all day. You could have came and told me your reasoning, and we could have had a conversation, but you didn't. And to me, that's like, where's the respect? Like you were supposed to be, even in the game, if you want to get me out, okay, no problem. But you don't have the courage.
I don't think he wanted to get you out. I think the reasoning was, as I'm like, oh, like, what, I can't believe it, like, thank you, and the thing, like, talk to me. I think he thinks he wants to give you your space right now. Like,
Yeah.
you two are really great friends. No one is ever gonna get, like, not talking game-wise, talking
Yeah.
personal, no one is gonna get in between that at all. Like, you
For
two
sure.
are besties for besties. That's personal. Game obviously got into it now, and even that, I don't think this is gonna break you guys, but then again, obviously I don't
I
know.
just wish I knew why.
Yeah,
Because like you know me, I'm logical.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna act like someone and be like, you know, you did this. If you tell me what the reasoning was, you know what? We can move past it because it's a game. There can only be one winner. But for you to not tell me
I thought he would have talked to you by now.
and to do it
Yeah.
like so randomly, like I was freaking out. I looked like a fool on TV. I was like freaking out for him, so excited. And then you put me up. Like,
Yeah.
did you not think I was gonna vote in your way? Like, I love the fact that your record is still clear, no problem. I'm just saying, like,
Like, I didn't care about that.
I know, but it is something to be. It is like,
Yeah.
trust me. So I'm just like very much so like, why would you blindside me like that? That could have been like a backdoor thing if you guys didn't save me. And I'll never forget that you have literally saved me. Like, Jacqueline was like, I'm like, are you gonna save me? And she's like, I'm
we'll
like,
know after. We'll talk after. There's also why, like, as much as I'm not trying to back up Josh or anything like that. I just know, like, I don't like you. I don't like two people fighting or anything like that.
Yeah.
But Josh putting up Summer was really also to help you. Summer, she would have owed you up. Like the day, like in the sense, it obviously wasn't. It was good. I don't know personal them two being loyal, but the day of, I'm telling you this, that you were on the block. Remember I told you we talked about it. I was like, everything will come to light. Like we'll talk about it. Remember we kind of like were in the Expedia room. We will open up about it. That morning of, Summer was debating to keep you or not. The morning of, I was kind of like, what the hell, Summer? Like, you know where I'm at. You know I'm keeping Benny. Why are you toying, debating it? So in that sense of like,
Yeah, but then why doesn't he tell me that? I'm not kidding you. I tell him, like, I try to tell him as much as I can, and you were gonna hold that from me? Like, he's
no, but I don't know if he
even before. And I know, like, if that was a protection thing, then why put me up next to her? And if it's strategy, no problem. I promise you, I'd be like, okay, cool. But I had no idea. Like, it just, there's gonna be a lot of conversations that need to be had.
No,
but
definitely. I think you guys are gonna
like
talk it out and explain. But I thought by now you would have talked to you.
No.
That's why I'm like, what the heck?
It's fine. Like, trust me, this is gonna be chill. Like, it's all good. I
think everyone's vibe because it's like, even that, like,
well,
I'm
Tracy
like,
Lynn.
oh, I feel like, oh my goodness, like, horrible. I did, like, you know, her man's gone, and then I thought I'm expecting to go on the block, and then Freddie goes on the block. I'm like, what the hell? And it wasn't even a question with, like, you know, gonna save you or not. And honestly, I'll chat.
Do you guys have something going on?
Who?
You and Josh?
No.
Wow.
I saved Josh, not using the POV. He would have been backdoored.
So that's another thing. I think, like, maybe he felt indebted to you, and Kev saved him from the veto, and he put me up. But like,
no, wait,
I still don't get it.
JC Lynn, I feel like obviously she would have voted me or Kevin out.
Yeah, but I would have done anything that he told me to do. Anything. If he told me Summer right then, of course I would do it. I'd have questions, but I would do it because that's the type of person I am. But now I need to start thinking, like, this is players. Like, I've been playing a lot with my heart, and you can see I'm a very emotional person. So
same with me. I'm like,
I'll quickly save me. So now I need to really start figuring it out. But like, JC Lynn has a lot of explaining to do. 100%. JC Lynn, I'm not gonna say anything about the secret veto or anything. I promise. I never said anything. I'm not gonna say anything. That's not mine. But hopefully she grabbles a bit.
Okay, it's just a little bit like
Upset?
today was a lot. I think
The cackle?
I think the joke just like took him by surprise. I don't think he's ready to like laugh yet. I think he needs.
Is he crying?
A little bit. No,
Okay.
he's just like. He'll be okay.
I could care less. Just kidding. I care.
What?
I could care less. No, I'm just kidding. I care. What a day.
Hey, how were both your fights during the triple? How'd they go?
Well, Summer was just yelling at me. Do you think it's Tashawn I get to see?
Yeah.
Season 7? Season 8? There was no season 8.
Yeah.
I'd assume so.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna
my
see Tashawn.
That would be unreal.
Wow.
Is it? Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, because there was no season 8 person.
Is there one more HOH and then it's finale?
Yeah. And there's an HOH in the finale, but it's.
So how do I figure out this Wendy's thing?
Wow.
Well, I'm not someone who's going to make any promises, but I can promise I will order a ton of food.
Yeah.
More than I can eat and eat it.
Yeah. I just like, because we went last week, right?
We went on a Wednesday date.
Do you want to go again?
I would not be offended if you don't pick me. I think maybe you and Josh could make up and you guys can go Wendy's.
No.
I don't know.
I was actually
Okay.
thinking, definitely not Jason Lynn.
Okay.
So,
Whatever you need to do.
I think you have a good
yeah.
time with this
It's not,
guy.
I don't think it's going to be weird like that. I'll just sleep on it, but I really think it's either going to be you or Josh. Because yours was like shitty.
Yeah, I think you
Right?
two will have a good time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Can't believe this is happening. Isn't
It's
that
sick.
wild?
It's awesome.
insane.
It's amazing. It's
Thank
gonna be-
you guys, honestly. You guys
honestly-
are my, I know, my riders, but you voted to keep me. Thank you. I'll never forget that. Honestly, thank you, thank you, thank
Every
you.
time
Whoa.
you've been on the But not said I'm going to keep
4
it.
times you voted to keep me
I know,
here.
Yeah.
but it's been
Like,
truth though.
thank
It's every
you.
time we've never not been like, you know.
Thank you, and that does not go unnoticed, and I appreciate you both so much, so thank you. Okay?
Thank you.
And thank you for always keeping it real with me. Seriously. I really appreciate it.
Also, I think even with, making that joke, I think Josh hasn't experienced that side of Betty where I was kind of like, I've been there, I've been done that. Like, you were going to face it. It's going to be
I
fine.
know. It's because like when it's intended like to just poke fun and then the cackle comes out, but it's my intentions are not bad. We'll talk tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get outside, do you think? No.
No.
It's just okay. Eviction when Gino left was 183 and now it's 175.
I think it's the Friday or Saturday after the eviction next week.
That's right?
I think it's the day or the after or 2 days after next week's eviction.
Oh, the finale?
When the door opens. No, I think it's a few days before the
I was just
finale.
wondering how much time we've been awake for.
A lot.
Right? I would love to see the door open. I hope I get to see it. That'd be another milestone.
Me too. But you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna unpack a small portion of my bag.
Nice.
Just a small portion. And if you do want to consider, Helena, 4 people in one room, I think it would be fun.
Not tonight, but we'll think about it tomorrow.
Yeah, get your own, like, sleep in your
think-
bed.
I think I'm the only person who's enthusiastic about it.
Tomorrow, definitely, but today I just know.
Okay.
Tomorrow,
I'll take
though,
it.
maybe.
Hey, I didn't think Betty would ever be open to Megabed, but we did it.
Expected, expected.
Literally. I can't believe it. And it's like when you're HOH in the triple, you don't get a letter. That sucks. You still have time to be in HOH. One more.
The funny thing is, I was thinking to myself, I'm so happy for you. But at the beginning, I was like, day 55, Helena wins HOH. In my trivia book, day 55, Helena wins HOH. I got this, I got the first 3 right. I was like, yeah, this is mine. This is mine.
Yeah.
And I went downhill. And I started psyching obviously when I psych myself out. And then it's like, it goes downhill from there. Trivia, I already know it's just.
And it's like when you're HOH in the triple, you don't get a letter. That sucks. You still have time to be in HOH. One more.
The funny thing is, I was thinking to myself, I'm so happy for you. But at the beginning, I was like, day 55, Helena wins HOH. In my trivia book, day 55, Helena wins HOH. I got this, I got the first 3 right. I was like, yeah, this is mine.
Yeah.
And I went downhill. And I started psyching obviously when I psych myself out. And then it's like, it goes downhill from there. Trivia, I already know it's just.
Don't worry, you got
In
this.
those moments, I need
Dude,
time.
you're in the fucking top 5 and you haven't touched the block. Why?
I know.
Like,
I just don't understand.
that is absolutely incredible.
I know everyone finds it thing, but it's like, I'm
Buddy,
just like,
that's insane. That is insane. As somebody who's been on it 4 times, there's only 10 weeks. Like, are you kidding me?
know.
Like, you have done
I know.
exceptionally well.
And so have you though. Every time you've gotten off the block.
Dude, you haven't touched it. Like, can you please can you just let that
But-
soak in? And think about what you just got yourself out of today. This game is
I don't
fucked.
understand. Me not using that veto though was a blessing. If like the game would have looked totally different. It wouldn't have saved my ass at this point. It would have saved, like, you know what I mean? Like,
All of the
somehow-
decisions you've made to this point, because I
Somehow.
literally told Summer, it makes sense for you to vote for Gino to stay, because then at least you have an ally in Chase and an ally in Marty. And then so Summer was just saying, like, she's gonna use her, like, it's no longer like having allies. I think she wants to use her conscience, like she wants to do the right thing. And I was like, wow, that's incredible, because there could be really big repercussions to this. And Marty leave, and you're literally still here after it being in a triple,
I
and you made the
know.
decision that was right for you in your
I
heart.
know, I know.
To me, that is like,
I've been real. That's what I'm saying. I haven't. I've been honest. I've been with people. I've literally
Yes.
been with. I told you in summer too. I'm like, with you and Betty and Tanisha. Like Summer even admitted to me. She's like, yeah, like T did pitch you. Like she admitted last night. She goes like, you know, I was like, should we tell her anything? T was like, no. I was like, I knew it. I knew it, Summer.
that T
Yeah.
pitched you?
Yeah, T did pitch me to Jess.
She never told me that.
Oh, Summer told me yesterday.
Why yesterday of all days?
I don't know.
That's weird. Those are weird things about Summer. Like, that's why I can never fully be like 100 with her.
Well, I found out Summer and JC Lynn today. Well, I guess she said that they made each other's number ones last night.
Last night?
Yeah. I was like, damn.
They're each other's number ones?
Last night.
Who told you that?
JC Lynn.
No, it
But I'm
was.
like, Summer told me we're gonna be number ones. So I was like, clearly.
Summer told you guys are number ones?
No. Summer yesterday and I were talking. Summer and I, we're gonna be number ones. Each other. I guess Summer knew. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling alone in this game. Summer's like, we're gonna be each other's number ones. Then I was like, cool, whatever. Didn't think anything of it though because I'm like, Summer's cool with everybody in this game. Whatever. I didn't think, whatever. Cool, fine, great. We'll see what happens. Like between the five of us, like whatever. And then you got put on the block, and it's just literally so wild
Yeah.
and crazy.
Like, when Summer got on the block, my jaw dropped. But now it's like, once we start talking more and like, I start like, and it's not like I'm fishing for information. I just like, I would love to know where that happened.
Oh,
because
that?
I must be living under a rock.
No, you haven't. I find out certain things too. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess I'm just so stunned that my face is just like, what? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then I process it after by myself and I scream like crap.
Seriously,
No,
like,
but
Summer must have just been like final two with too many people.
I guess so.
It must have. Well, this
Well,
is my
did
assumption.
you know about her and Marty's?
They had a-
Sumar?
Smarty, yeah, I heard about
No, not Smarties.
What?
Sumar.
Sumar?
Summer and Marty. They had a thing. Just Summer and Marty.
When was that?
They've had it since you were put on the block from the beginning. Yeah.
So she was just extremely insulated. But then why did he say he was going to put her up as a replacement?
At that point,
It
it
had
was
been
just the
dissolved?
Jess thing. So I was like, everyone's saying me. I'm like, I can't even say anything because I'm not the type of person to
Did you
blow
have a
anyone's
final
up.
two with Marty?
I did not have a
I
final
believe
two
you.
with
I
Marty.
believe you.
Yes, I was cool with Marty. Yes, I'm gonna be cool with Marty. I'm like, yeah, you know what, you saved me,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be cool. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, if I can help you, I can save you. I'll save you. Like how he said, he was like, you said if you could help me or save me, you would. I go, yeah, because you saved me. I was like, then I didn't use it. You know,
Yeah.
all that. At this point, like, dude, like, you know,
That is
who's yelling their
wild.
final two from the rooftops? I'm like, I don't have one. So that's good to know. Thank you.
I've never had one.
I know.
I'll look you dead ass in the eyes. I have never had a final two in this game.
No,
I have no
this
reason
game
to lie.
always makes you just want to like,
I know. I'm like, when I started hearing that people were like making those meals, I was like, what? I'm like, I just like every week, let's keep it going. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I had a
No.
little shower.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, body shower?
Yeah, body shower. It's not good though. Like, I'll never win an HOH at this rate.
Neither am I. I'm gonna get some heat. Flippin' freezing. Everything is gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I know Betty's giving it to you.
She what?
Like, I know Betty's comment was like, but you know that's Betty. She's not gonna be mad at you. I talked to her, I'm like, she's not gonna be mad. She's like, it's just logical. He hasn't spoke to me yet. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, he hasn't talked to you yet? She goes, no. Like, when you explain to her, she'll get it. I was like, he had your back. I'm like, I don't like you guys fighting. I'm like, personal, you guys are besties for the besties. Game, like, that's personal. Like, this is just game got into it. I go, I'm like, I thought I was going up. I literally was like, I'm going up, and when you're like, Betty's going up, I go, I'm like, I saved him and using the POV. Kevin, I'm like, so I said, yeah, she's like, so he thinks that, oh, you know, he owed you guys one. She goes, if you told me that, I'd be fine, I'm a logical person. And I'm like, yeah, and then she's like, he hasn't even talked to me yet. Like, tell me, like,
She won't even say hi to me. What does she mean?
I know. That's Betty. Like, I've gotten the wrath of Betty, so I know how you feel right now. But it's gonna be okay, trust me. She's gonna forgive you. And she's just saying, she's being sassy. Like, she's like, I wasn't trying to be mean. I was that mean. I'm like, I get you, because you've done that to me, blah, blah, blah. But, like, in the moment, it was like, it's emotional day type of thing. So I wasn't trying to be mean or anything. I was just, like, making light of the situation. I know you guys are gonna make up. I know she's gonna be fine. 100%. She'll be cool with you. You guys are gonna be back to, like, she's not gonna be mad at you forever. And I'm like, also, she needs to know, like, I'm like, Summer, I'm like, he was protecting you by putting up Summer. I was shocked. I go, yeah, you don't know. I'm like, the day of, Summer was deciding if she should vote you or not. I'm like, and she goes, well, why didn't you tell me that? I go, because you guys haven't had a chance to talk yet. I'm like, that was, I don't know between Josh and Summer. I'm like, but I know that Summer was telling me, like, she doesn't know that day of to me. So I'm like, that was my personal thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you and I talked about that from the beginning of, like, oh, I'm like, and also, you didn't know about Summer and Marty's duo they had. Sumar, do you know about that?
Sumar?
Yeah, did you know about
When
that?
was that made?
Marty and Summer, Sumar.
Recently?
Oh, it's been since, like, week 3. But yeah, and she's like, oh, I'm like, he was protecting you. I was thinking HOH is gonna come. She went to the DR.
She went to the DRA?
Yeah.
She's still mad at me then? I mean, it'll get better. It's just like the aftershock of HOH. I get it now. Like,
Yeah.
I feel so bad for criticizing Marty so much because the man had 3 HOHs. Even though mine was like 10 seconds, I can see immediately how you feel after an HOH when people's conversations, the way they talk to you is different. You're not invited or included in anything. People are mad at you. Like when you get to HOH, like it's lonely at the top and people are going to be mad at you. And next week, someone will be mad at her. And then it's just, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. You make a decision and someone's going to be pissed off. It's fine. She's not going to be mad at you, Josh. I'm telling you that now. You guys are going to be cool. I know you are. I know you are. I was just pumping you up and trying to fix things between you two. I don't like it. I know how upset you are, and I don't want you two to, like, I don't want that.
I didn't want you to go up though.
I know, thank you. I appreciate it so much.
I would rather her be mad at me than lose you.
And she's gonna forgive you. I told JC Lynn, she has to know that JC Lynn wanted me and Kevin up, and she wanted to send Betty.
Did you tell her that?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll tell her that later.
She needs to know that, like, yeah, she's trying to flip Helena and Kevin. She's trying to flip, like, her and Summer had a final, they're each other's ones.
Yeah.
And then also, Summer tried making a one with me.
Her and Summer tried to make a final. Is that true?
Yesterday, well, Jason told me that they tried making one, but also Summer tried making be each other's ones yesterday.
Yesterday she did
Yeah,
that?
because she also told me Tanisha did pitch me to Jess. And she was in the room with it. And I was like, I knew it.
Like Summer had to go. I knew it was going to be mean, but she did have to go.
Yeah. So I know you.
But I knew that I was Summer's #1, so that's why none of it ever bothered me.
Yeah, so you gotta share that with her.
I was like, I know that I'm her #1, and if we sat next to each other, she would have sent you home.
Exactly. So you need to say that to her. When you guys have that talk, because you need to be like, hey, Betty, can we talk and explain everything? Then she's gonna be fine with you. I know that. Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Thank you.
I got your back.
I know, I'm
You
just
and
like
Betty-
recovering
I
from
know,
everything,
so
like
you and
seeing
Betty are gonna be besties again. Don't worry, it's all gonna be good.
how hurt Summer was, and Marty's gone. That's the best part.
I know. And Summer, she's gonna get over it too. Right now, we all knew anyone to put Summer up was gonna piss her off. She was gonna like. You think if
We
she
all
was
knew
doing
it.
well, you think that was light. That was light.
That was a light. That was a light cuss, hey.
That was a light cuss. She would have hooting and hollering. She would have flipping cussed you out. If she actually didn't care about you, she would have flipping reamed you. She ripped you a new asshole. That's what she would have done.
Yeah.
But she cares about you, and you know, she would have won it if she didn't get evicted. So
I swear, if Jace wins that POV,
I cannot. This woman is amazing under pressure. She knows it too.
literally everything, puzzles, endurance, every challenge, like da 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 da.
Yeah, no, she's amazing.
Stop.
No, she's amazing.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel like. I don't know.
What a freaking day.
Oh, damn. I wish I could do the whole cussing.
Emotionally just drained.
Smile. Oh, thanks. Okay,
There? Yeah, what do you expect?
no, I know, including me.
Yeah.
So, like,
I feel like
all
we
the
just had so
moves,
much
all the-
adrenaline, like, and now it's just.
I know.
We're on the
but
dance.
it's like. Oh.
I was waiting for the scream.
Yeah, I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna be
right.
like, okay.
Please don't change.
Why?
Because then I'll be the only one who's in athletic gear still.
Oh, okay. I won't.
And I don't want to change.
I think I'm gonna get a sweater though. It's so warm next.
No, I think you should not change.
I can't get a sweater?
No. Thanks.
I may, but we'll
Okay, I don't think you should.
see. No, Expedia is warm. Like warm again. Evan and I told you, that's when they made it official outside the house. Just in case, but she's not.
Good. Thank God they did that.
Let's wash my face.
Yeah. This feels like the first minute I've had to decompress today.
Seriously. This is Betty. I got this. I got your back. Betty? Betty?
Yeah?
I'm just, your Vaseline was in,
What? I'm just showering. You can come here.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Let's put it right here.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You can shower in here whenever you want.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah,
Enjoy. I'm really happy for you, honestly.
Thank you.
Very
We'll
deserving.
talk tomorrow, honestly.
No, I'm happy for I just wanted to give your Vaseline. Don't worry, we're all dead to the world today.
Thank you, boo.
Enjoy. See you.
I don't know.
How are they?
Could you possibly imagine this? That's amazing.
Amazing. You would have told me this. I've been like,
What?
if you would have told me this.
What?
If you would have told me this, flipping day 2 and when I spoke, I was like, you're bullshitting me.
I was like, yeah, we did. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised.
Make sure Betty knows about Jace.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna put up me and Jace together.
That's not terrible.
Cause I know Betty feels some type of way that I haven't hit the block yet.
Wait, you what?
I haven't hit the block yet. Betty feels some type of way about that. I know she does. Which is really honest. I survived a triple and I survived a triple and I haven't hit the block yet. I know Betty feels some type of way that I haven't hit the block.
Oh, it's literally the best gauge of how good of a player you
It's
is.
insane.
You're the best player. And you should probably do that. Like, it's literally what that is.
Yeah, but if we take her ahead at Josh this week, I wouldn't be horribly mad.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think Josh or Jace.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm out here trying to fix their relationship. Shut the hell up. Even to myself. I'm like, Lena, shut the
Yeah. Listen, I can't believe we survived that. I remember a day too when we were talking, and I remember like we did and you were like, "You want to be my ride or die?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's do it." And
I know.
And we're doing it.
I really have stuck to that, and I'm just so
and
thankful.
I would have passed away in the game without you.
Dude, say I would have never.
Actually passed away.
I would have never survived. Just even knowing, even though I couldn't talk to you or hang out with you, I was just like, I have Kev. I think that brought me like comfort and like, I don't know.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
This is a real friendship.
It honestly is, and I can't wait to actually, like, obviously we get to like talk and hang out more, but like outside this house and everything. And I know you really wanted this HOH. I really wanted it, but
It's okay.
it's gonna be fine.
It's okay.
It is. And also, I want you to know this, by the way. I'm not gonna ever, if I go home, whatever, I'm not playing up your game. I'm not playing up Josh's game. It's not happening.
Same here.
Like,
It's
I'm
not worth it
wording
to
you.
me.
No. It's not.
No, you're literally the best player here. But like,
It's insane.
I see that.
Thank you.
I don't know who else sees that.
I don't know.
I would have hit the block a week or two without you. I might have hit the block during Jess's HOA. You might have hit the block during Jess's HOA.
Yeah, I know. We helped each other, dude. We helped each other. Always have each other's back.
I mean, week 1, I might have gone home without you.
No.
You know, go.
I honestly, like, we literally, I have it, like, I see that.
Let's get through this week first.
I know. I'm getting a little excited.
Me and you were sitting all smug after Marty won HOH.
Yeah.
And
That's
turned
true.
into,
True.
you know, the ghost versus the showman.
Yeah.
And, like, who knows where this week will go. So let's take it a day at a time. Let's
Yeah.
focus up.
Betty sees me, though, as a player. She goes, you've made decisions that put you in this position. You've been really smart.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I'm shocked.
As long as it's beside Jace.
I know. Jace doesn't win.
Huh?
And Jace doesn't win.
Yeah.
If you get closer to Betty,
What?
if you get closer to Betty, then Betty won't put you up ever.
I'm gonna
And be like, everyone loves Josh.
get really close to
Yeah.
Because
Make
we're-
sure she doesn't tell Josh, because her and Josh will still, like,
Yeah.
reconcile.
Like, we're friends. And then we can't.
Yeah.
And we've been, like, talking since week 2 or 3 about how we're underdogs.
Yeah.
There was a period, I told you, there was a period where we wouldn't talk any game.
Yeah. Good.
I think the things I've done.
Apparently Summer and Tanisha, like how they felt they couldn't trust me.
Hey, what?
They felt they couldn't trust me. And Betty took that on as well. And Josh is like, I'm gonna say, like, just because you couldn't think that you couldn't trust Elena, like, look, she has kept you safe. Every time she said that, she's never wavered with that, which I haven't.
Every time what?
Every time that she's ever been in danger, I've never wavered where I'm with her. Like,
Yeah.
I've always saved her. Like, I've always been straight up like, yeah, I am
How
saving
many
you.
weeks was she on? Week 2? She was against whatever. She was against Herman. She was against today. And she won the veto.
I was like, Summer would have been better for my game.
What?
Like, I will say to her, Summer would have been better for my. I could have kept Summer.
Yeah.
Summer said she made a whatever one deal with me.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy Summer's done.
Yeah.
I think it is good for us. It's a really fine line,
Mhm.
but I think it is good for us.
I think so.
'Cause
I don't want Josh to know that.
I think if we're in the 3 with anyone, we just need to win that final HOH, and then one of us wins the game,
Yeah.
which is terrifying, but also like
All I'm doing now is studying. That's it.
yeah,
Like,
every day.
have to. Benny knows everything. I just didn't crack under. Like, I promise I'm not dumb, but like under pressure, I really crack, and it's so bad.
Me too. We got to work on that.
Like
the
I
Steph,
get going
the
good.
Steph thing. I don't
My
know.
beginning is good, and then I get stumped, and then my confidence just shoots down.
Yeah.
The
I know.
Steph one, we knew the Steph one.
We did know the Steph one. It was obvious.
so obvious.
Josh's speech that night was like about being like a king, taking out like, yeah. We don't even know the names of the comps today.
I know. I tried to say it.
We're buck smart. We're not.
I know, exactly.
So
I need this
I'm
one.
I'm not like.
I know. I'm not like this. What is this? I'm street smart. What kind of smart is this? Big brother smart?
I don't know, but I'm Big Brother smart. I'm gonna work like just really, really hard.
Oh.
That doesn't like
Same.
every day with the
But
board.
I'm Betty. Like, she just learns it. Like,
I'm
without.
gonna find out this week.
Yeah. And I wonder if Chase will. She's already out the tool later. Oh.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go to bed or get ready or whatever.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on the final 5.
Thanks.
Congratulations to you, B, on the final 4.
Uh-huh. Final. Oh my goodness.
How about
final
that?
4?
What you no, you made the final 4. Yeah. You're in it. Congratulations.
Betty doesn't like the jinxing. Okay, just relax. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's how the game works. It's not a jinx. That is how it. Okay.
Just have a fun week, okay, guys?
All right. All right.
Do our best.
Congrats on the 5.
Good night,
We will.
guys.
We're gonna have a fun week.
Of course, it's gonna be so fun this week. I can't wait.
Good night, B.
I said, oh. Like covering his bases. Have to. He's like, she's gonna be pissed at me. Oh God, Kev. Because I put her up. He's like, she's probably gonna be pissed at me because I put her up. I was like, yeah, I don't think she'll be mad at anybody. I know, and I regret it so bad. But she kept poking me. You weren't there at the beginning. You weren't there at the beginning. You came in after, right? When we already popped off.
At the end.
You left. Oh, okay, at the end, yeah.
Should I have stayed?
Yeah,
No.
because then she called me.
Sorry.
you missed what set me off, which I didn't respond at first. First I was fine, right? I made a little comment. Yeah, I did. I started laughing. I did. I engaged a little bit. I shouldn't have. I fully admit that. The pettiness in me, I fully admit that. But you know what? I was just like, so we talked to Jace, like we protected your game, or no, we did it because you were done with that show. I don't know how you about it.
I tried to start tonight, and I was like, yeah, like just it was the gummy thing, and also like Gio's have the two best HOHs.
Like,
He was
we
the
were
nice
in the same thing in my position. Like, just know I get that. I know, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's two. Just when did we decide?
The night before, or the day, or the morning that we were debating, and then
The night before.
the night before we decided.
Yeah.
Also, Betty asked if we're working together, me, Josh, and you.
Yeah.
Or me, Josh, whatever. And I only should work with us three. Then she asked me if I'm working with Josh separate time. I go, no, Josh used to on me because I saved him and he got their party.
Yeah.
Josh told me that already told me his brother Jace asked Marty said it. Because Marty knew that you guys were telling the other side of the house that you guys were going to actually go back door and you guys were just seeing you. So why would I not believe him like that? There was a backdoor going to backdoor Josh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, like, at this point, like, just the HOH and the veto just has so much power. So it's like, we kind of have to win, which
Yes.
for us is not the easiest thing, but I believe that if we study, like at this point, it's just like it's mostly mental, and we can do it. We just need to not be lazy,
I know.
like every single day.
It's funny.
And like,
I've been doing 3-hour exams and flipping
Yeah.
2,500 people.
yeah, and like published academic papers.
I know, seriously.
Paper. Let's not exaggerate. Paper. I only got one.
Oh, I love that.
Don't read it. It's the most boring thing in the
What
world.
is it about? I'd love to read that.
It's about how. It's also like not like it's not like a good journal. Whatever, they're great. It's about how you know when you like something online.
Yeah.
Kevin, please arrange a house-wide battery change.
When you like something online, I'm talking about that in relation to aestheticism, which is an artistic movement where things have their like some people like to read into art and like get a moral lesson out Hello.
Fonte. Last battery? Thank the frickin' Lord this day's over.
Smile.
You what?
Smile. We're in.
We did it.
We have a lot of work to do, but like it's.
We did it.
We survived what very few people survive.
Literally.
11 people have been evicted. Last year they would have been at the final 3 at this point.
Can't win a competition all year. Wins the triple HOH. Nominates his closest friend. And the person who ends up taking themselves off the veto after her showmance ended with his arch nemesis going home. You can't write this.
I think it's a good season.
This was good TV today, I'll tell you that much.
There were two serious fights going on at once.
Me and Summer.
You and Summer, Summer and Betty, and then
Summer and Betty were fighting?
Oh, I think they had a little thing in the bathroom upstairs.
About what?
I think there was an effing bee thrown out by Summer. If I heard right, I don't know. Wow. And then I thought I heard that.
But we knew this day was coming.
We knew this was coming, and which was why we were able to stay relatively calm. And
now that I look back on it, it's better than it. It didn't go as worse as it could have.
It could have been worse.
It could have been. Marty could have stayed, Betty could have went on the block and stayed, and Jace would have stayed off the block. If Jace...
Why would Jace stay if Betty...
If Jace and Marty? Because if Jace pulled someone to vote for Betty to go out, like if
but
it was,
someone would be me and Helena. Oh, you're saying
it's Summer and Jace.
If Jace or Marty won.
Yeah.
Well, Marty couldn't play. If Jace won, and it was, I'd assume the noms would have been me, Helena, and Marty. And then, let's say, probably Marty wins the veto. Then, yeah, Summer, Betty goes up, and then it's just, yeah.
I'm hoping the HOH curse ends this week.
Of what?
Every single person except for Herman who has won HOH has left the week after their worst HOH.
Yeah, that's hard to apply to Marty and Gino, though. But yeah, I mean...
What a freaking
You're hoping
day,
it
Kevin.
doesn't apply and Betty stays?
Well, Betty's in top 4. She doesn't get to play an HOH, which is fine because it relatively doesn't matter. All you need to do is win the POV.
Yeah.
If you win the POV, you have full voting power.
Yeah, it's more powerful than the HOH.
Yeah. Frick.
Pretty wild.
Definitely.
It was a good execution. I think it's good. I think it's...
Do you think I handled it well?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't... Like, how did you, like you told Betty, you didn't respond back to Summer, like, with the same level of energy? Like, you kept your composure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great job. I think that was one of the best HOHs of the season.
I knew Summer wasn't going to go down without a fight. The moment I said her name, I was like, Josh, it's going to come. This is it.
That was the fire and the flames. You got the fire and the flames and you survived.
I was mentally preparing myself for this moment. I knew I was going to win HOH. I just felt it. I just had this feeling. I was like, if I win HOH, these 3 are definitely going up. This is my replacement. These 2 people, I hope will keep that person. And then that person hopefully might win HOH, but I'm hoping for Kevin.
Yeah.
But
I think I've been second in 3 trivias. and it's always like the first question I bail on.
Also, Betty gave me a hug before I left, so I feel a little bit better.
She'll be okay. Personal-wise. Game-wise, we'll see. I'll work on it. I think... Yeah, I think Jace will have a tough time getting close to her.
I think so. I think Jace feels very alone now.
She is.
She also can't stand Helena.
Nice. She also, like, Jace might be the biggest threat to win now.
100%. We thought it was Marty, but it's now Jace.
It's now Jace. Vito on the block lost her showmans. 2 win in a double, win in a triple. Double after there was basically a schoolyard popularity contest, and
always on the wrong side of the house with a vote, still makes it out to next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what happens. You feel good?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I feel better. I do feel good, actually. I think when I look back, I made the right choices, and I'm okay with that.
You did, and like that's why we had to like talk. And that's why we're so good together. Like we need to talk at that level to like make it happen and bounce ideas, and it's also like, and Helena gives us somebody who can keep a secret and a number.
Yeah.
And I know she's not blowing. I know none of us are blowing anything up if we're on the block together.
No, me neither.
Great. She got a lot of heat from Jace.
Yeah, for sure. She got a lot.
I got very little.
Yeah, apparently she said she liked you, so she didn't have to say anything to you.
Well, she called me like, I don't know what the words were, like an effing snake or something, and my response was, it's okay if you hate me, I still like you. And she's like, I like you too. I don't know, I'm not gonna, you can't rile me up unless I want to be riled up.
No.
I was like, that's okay, I like you.
Kevin, we're sick.
No, we're not.
We're playing a game.
Straight up.
We're just playing a game.
I'm proud. I'm proud of what we've done. Like, let's see where it goes from here. I'm ready to fight my ass off to try and win this game. But I'm really proud of it. My game is 0% visible to anyone other than you and Helena. It's not. Like, I think I've got a pretty good shot at like losing in the finals right now. Maybe I could change that. Maybe I could win an HOH or a veto or whatever.
Maybe.
I'm down. Yeah. I think I might be the GOAT right now.
The GOAT?
Like the person you drag along. So like, yeah, I could beat Kevin.
I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people that will vote for you.
No, I think I am right now. Because Helena, like the never hitting the block and the last to hit the block thing is like extremely compelling. It's
never hit the block, yeah.
That's a perfect game. No, perfect game is you never hit the block and you get a unanimous winner's vote.
We all have such interesting games. Like they're all so different.
So different. Right now, Jace is the most well-rounded.
Yeah.
She has social, strategic, those are the only two things in the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, strategic and social, let's call it the same, and then comps, she has both.
I really underestimated her.
She's sick. She's really, really good. She's really, 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 really good.
But I'm thinking back to week 2 when she was put on the block with Jay.
Yeah.
And she won Master Baker.
Yeah.
That was the hardest game. Handled it well under pressure.
Yeah, she's 3 wins and pressure wins. And I think she threw Philip Sonic Air, which is the only other, like, I sometimes wonder if she threw before or after, because she was tied with Gino.
She also just told me that Helena said that she couldn't vote for Gino to stay because Gino was going to backdoor me. And that she didn't know about this plan, and she's never said a word about it. But Helena also told me that Jace, the one that told her that Gino was going to backdoor
Jace what?
Jace told Helena that Gino was going to backdoor me, hedging their bets on whoever won, basically. But Jace says that she never said that. But Helena said that she told Jace, or Jace told me that Helena said to her that's why Helena couldn't vote for Gino, because Gino was going to backdoor me. It's all messy. Anyways, just be prepared for tomorrow, because Jay said she's going to sleep on it, but she wants to have meetings with everyone to clear it up.
Okay. I trust Helena over Jace.
Me too.
But I also think they were gonna backdoor you with the right, like.
I think so too. I told her, like, the reason I put you up is because you voted for me against me in week 3. I know we cleared that up, and then you voted for me against me this week. So I just feel like it was like, no matter what, like if Gino was on the block, whoever was on the block, you were just always gonna get me out.
Yeah. If no matter what, if what? You speak louder. Nobody's around. There are 5 people.
I was just like, no matter what, I thought you were gonna get me out, because it just feels like you've been always voting against me when I've been on the block in the vote.
Who?
Jace.
Right. She has been.
She said that she thought that I put her up for the triple because she thought I knew that Gino wanted to backdoor me.
Oh.
Or was thinking about it, even though none of this is true, she said. Helena's just making it up.
Yeah. I trust Helena more, but I wasn't privy to their.
I know.
My messaging was that it was Moose and Summer, and if it changed, then you would go up, and
Yeah.
if you used the veto on Moose, then Betty would go up, but that's just not true. So
Okay.
I don't trust any of it.
Yeah, me either.
You are 100% an option.
Oh,
Don't
100%.
mention the secret veto to her.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I won't.
she doesn't know that you know about that.
Okay. I'm never going to say anything. I don't know if Betty will tomorrow, but I'm not going to.
She does.
Betty probably won't, but
I don't think I have much game I could build with Jace at this point. Which is fine.
yeah.
She's not HOH, and if she is next week, it's not a powerful position.
No, but she'll be in the finals, and if she wins the finals, she's winning the game.
Yeah.
She's good at everything.
She played an amazing game, but there's lots of game to go. There are 2 weeks. Let's focus in. Let's
We have 13 days.
go. Make sure we're studying hard every day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. This is sick. This is unbelievable.
This is fun.
I can't believe we're here.
Yeah. Did you think you would make it to here?
I haven't told anybody this. I had what I thought would happen coming into the season was that I would either be gone the first 3 weeks or I would make like a solid run. Thankfully, it's the second one. I mean, I couldn't be gone this week, and I'd be super satisfied with the 5th. But let's try and get to day 70. Do everything we can. It's because I know the next guy who plays who looks like me is screwed. Like he's just gonna have nothing. Like what's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Like I literally could not lie about my profession because I knew no matter what, people were going to say I was lying about my profession. Like it's like it only works if people would believe what you say.
Yeah.
No matter what I say, people. So I was like, I gotta just say. I obviously considered it. I was like, I obviously just have to say what I do because I can back it up and I can tell the truth for 70 days if I need to. Like, I can't lie that I'm like a. What did I think? I thought I could do like high school like English teacher or something. Like I can't keep up that lie for 70 days.
Yeah.
I can talk about what I do for 70 days. That's basically it. There's no other profession that I could like I don't know what else I could have done. And like I still had people. I'm pretty sure that I was so tired in the first couple weeks that people were calling me a neurosurgeon, and I think I have.
That's hilarious.
I think I was talking to Big Brother about being a neuroscientist. I don't think that's a thing.
A neuroscientist?
Is that a thing, Josh?
I think it's like a researcher. I don't know if it's like a real doc.
Maybe
Like,
like someone who researches nerves
yeah,
and the brain.
like a
It would be the brain.
professor.
All right, let's go with that. But I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I had a lot of accusations. There was one time T kept asking me like about my rent in Toronto.
Your rent?
Yeah, and I was like answering, and then I realized, and I was like, oh, I see what you're doing, Tanisha. Okay, and then I actually pulled her aside like that day or after. I was like, please don't do that.
Did you give her like the real answer?
No, but I told her like what kind of place I lived in or whatever, and she was asking questions.
Oh, is this when she was asking about your car too?
Probably, yeah.
What kind of car you drive?
Yeah. Were you there?
It was an HOH, right?
This happened a couple times. She would do it to like raise concerns that I'm lying about what I do. Like,
Oh yeah.
I have a decent job. Like, I get by. I do fine. Like, it's just like, why are you doing this? Marty used to call me a billionaire.
He called you a billionaire?
Well, he'd call Helena a princess. He called me a billionaire.
He is going to go down in the books.
What a cast.
What a freaking cast.
What a great group of people.
I don't know if there's any more BB Can without Marty. I literally don't.
He's going to be on every season now. They're just going
He
to put Marty.
is.
He is. He didn't just win comps. He like dominated them.
And beat people who were like half his age.
Yeah. He's got some. He's done a lot of stuff. That guy.
Yeah.
He was talking about his job. It can
When he's
get
mining?
wild. Also, no. His
right now, yeah.
mining stores. But his
Even
right
the one
now,
he does now, yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a very compassionate person to do that. I'll tell him one day. Like, Marty, I actually really do like you. This was just the game, don't worry.
He loves you. I kept telling him, I'm like, Josh isn't gonna put you up. He's like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, no, Josh isn't gonna put you up, man.
He said I wasn't,
True or not? I just kept telling him that.
that I wouldn't put him up.
Yeah.
First person, Marty. Next person, Jace. In hindsight, I've been wondering as well if it was better to keep Jace or if Summer was able to stay for her to stay, if it would have been better.
It wouldn't matter if Summers. Well, actually, I
I don't know.
A very hard call.
Yeah. Because now there's a common target.
Is Betty gonna go after her, you think?
I think so. Well, if she finds out that she wanted to put her on the block.
Yeah.
Or not even vote for her to stay. Well, that also could mean, like, Betty would be even more pissed off at me that someone else didn't want her to go. That someone else wanted her to go.
Well, you made sure you had the votes with me and Helena.
Yeah.
It was you only needed 2 votes.
And then that way you guys will also be protected.
Yeah.
What a week. I think she will, though.
Hmm?
I think she will.
Go home?
At least put her up.
So, it's what?
At least put her up.
It's a long week. They all are. Last week I was so confident when Marty won it. I mean, I was pissed when Marty won HOH, but I was like, oh, I'm safe. It's another fucking boring week, though. And I got put in a gummy bear nightmare. If a strange man offers you candy, say no. It's not a friendly pawn situation. We were trying to target other person. It's like, why would it doesn't matter who's the pawn.
Doesn't matter.
We have the numbers. Here's a statistically incorrect game for you to play.
This whole day feels like one blur.
This is a day I'll remember forever. Just thank you. You are my hero. You made all the right moves. And now let's make a run at it.
Let's make a run for it.
Yeah. 20% chance right now.
I know.
Although if we know it's not actually 20%. Jace.
When you factor in everything, yeah.
Jace gets to the end. She's the biggest target, so let's take hers down.
So our chances are a little less now. Say they're like 10.
Yeah, maybe like 10. Betty's in a pretty interesting position because a lot of these comps are mental, and she's
I think Betty's at like a 50% chance.
of winning the game. I actually think it's that high.
Me too.
Yeah.
She's good at comms, has good relationships with every single person
Yeah.
except Helena, but
Yeah, and then
they're even getting better.
I think you're probably in like the 25 to 30 range. And that leaves 10% for me and Helena.
I think yours is higher
Higher than hers?
just because of your relationships.
Yeah. And I think I've like dropped a lot of my like I've just been so weird for so long that people are just like, yeah, that's
I would say 25, 25. Helena's more like 15 to 20 just because of her relationships. And then Jace is like 10.
You're higher than me. You've good like end game equity. Like, I feel like if you're in the final two, you do pretty well in most scenarios. If Helena doesn't touch the block though, and she gets the final two, she's unanimous.
Flawless.
Probably unanimous vote. At that point, what are you gonna say? What's Herman gonna say?
She
Oh,
never
she didn't win.
She never touched the block. It's a flawless game.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Tashawn had a flawless game.
Yeah, it's like you are not only the best player of the season, you are also one of the best players to ever play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Betty's got to be the favorite to win right now. That's awesome.
I know. Brand new HOH is this week too.
Huh?
Brand new HOH is this week.
Yeah.
My shining star.
Me or her?
You.
Yeah. I'm gonna lose in the finals, and people are like in the cast are gonna go back and watch this and be like, "What the fuck? Kevin's a sick person. Like, what? Like, he was doing what?" It's just not. It's very fun. It's just not visible. It's just not like. It's not a.
Who's more sick, me or you?
I think you are, because you're very into the like putting each other on the block situation. That's like a level too far for me. That's like it took a lot for me to agree to that yesterday. Like that's a very that's a level that I don't know that I'm willing to go to. I would have if you before I would have pulled you in a room. I said Josh, are you 100% sure you want to do this?
I thought about that before we went into the HOH trivia. I was like, okay, if Kevin wins this, we're gonna go on the block, and that's okay.
You would have survived.
Yeah.
It's just this very sick thing to do.
And then me and Betty would have been tied for the HOH competition and had to do a tiebreaker.
Yeah. I can obviously 100 minutes more of hell is not 100 minutes. Didn't last 100 minutes.
But 100 minutes
That's a great question.
was still more than the Surf's Up competition, wasn't it? Because Surf's Up was like an hour and a half, wasn't it? Which is like 90 minutes.
It was like 5,200 seconds. So what's that? It's 3,600 is an hour, and
6,000 seconds is 100 minutes.
okay. So either way, yeah. That was the HOH. Oh my god. I probably celebrated too hard when he won. I was like, fuck it, they know I'm working with Josh now.
No, it's fine.
You're gonna see my face in the booth. It was probably my biggest sell.
Really?
I was like, because I knew based on the way Arissa was talking, like her like intonation, you can kind of tell like when she's delivering it, whether it's going to a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell she was about to announce a winner, and I was like, it's Jason. Holy shit! And it just
I'm surprised Jace got that wrong.
Me
It's
too.
the pressure too.
Easy question.
And you study your days every day too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm best at everything. I'm best at the days. I've got the days like this. Like, it's... Okay. Let me just go through the like weird Marty stuff.
Marty leaving. My jury vote is undecided.
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, that's how it should be.
I thought it was sweet. It was.
He's a sweet guy.
Muskoka Springs party was 46. And then Marty has like a lot of like things that you'd forget, like Passover would be the day before 100 Hours of Hell, so 51.
49.
Sorry, 49, my bad. Or like the number of times we were locked in the Expedia room on day 43 or whatever, which I don't think that will ever be a thing.
No.
He also mentioned...
The sleepover was day 52?
51.
51?
Yeah. 50, because it was the rest day between the POV and the POV.
Right.
And then what he mentioned, which I hadn't studied, which is important to think about, was the safeties. The Bellardrick safeties.
Oh, the Bellardrick safeties.
The nom day of Kyle's HOH, so he got it on day 14, and then Summer got it on the nom day of his HOH, so that was 49.
Okay, 14, 49.
Like, he's also put like little details like that.
Wow.
That man worked hard.
He did. He loves this game.
He loves it so much.
I have nothing but good things to say about him. I'm upset that I couldn't...
Talk to him?
Well, yeah, but I also just like couldn't like be like that happy for him just because of the game.
Yeah. He's never met a Punjabi person. He said, what is that to Helena?
What is that?
He's from like a tiny town in New Brunswick. And he just put himself out there like nobody's ever.
Let's go do this.
Let's go do Big Brother Canada.
If he ever came back, I would be scared for whoever has to be in his cast because he just is so good. And now that he's been here, I feel like his game would be like not as all over the place.
I think he got better at lying.
He did.
And his gut was always right.
Always.
He'd be like,
always.
He'd be like to me, do you think Alina and Josh have a thing? I'd be like, no. Like, why do you think that? He's like, I don't know. He'd be like, and like, yeah, he was wrong about what we were talking about in the pantry that day. But he's like, I know you and Josh are tight. Like, I like he's like scary. He's like, and he's like, you know, I was nervous about you and JC Lynn flipping this. And like, yeah, we both would have done it. Like, yeah, probably. Like, I'm interested to talk to her after the game and see if she would have voted me out this week. I think the answer is yes. But like, his gut is unbelievable. I've also used people's letters against them.
Really?
I'm a big letter. Like, his letter said, trust your gut over and over and over. And
oh, yeah. I immediately thought of me.
What of which part with you?
We were having a conversation, and he's just like, I don't know if I can fully trust you, but there's something in my gut that says I can't. And then a week later, he got a letter from his wife saying, trust your gut.
Yeah, both of them said trust your gut. The video from Kevin Martin said trust. I think it was a message to him.
Yeah.
Your gut is right. And his gut is, like...
Always.
It's so impressive. He always said to me, like, yeah, I'm bad at strategy. But he's actually not bad. If he... I would enjoy watching, actually. I would enjoy watching Marty come back.
Me too.
he's fascinating, and like I don't know what his game would be because he can lie now.
Oh yeah, he can lie now.
He adopted.
He's good at it.
The like yeah. And it might have been game when he was like telling me and Helena over the last like 24, 48 hours, like if you ever turned on me, it would hurt so much. It might have been game.
So guilty. It's gonna be such an awkward week. No more family dinners, no more.
This week?
None of that, yeah.
Why?
I just feel like there's too many conversations that could come up at all at once. It's just not worth it.
Jace hates Helena, Betty, and you.
We're in a little tussle right now.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm at with Jace. We go from like friends to like bickering. Who knows what Helena and Betty is? That's a weird relationship.
I know.
Yeah, I made no secret that I thought it was a triple for the last 3 weeks.
I thought it had to be. There's no other
Just
way.
math.
Yeah.
It just made sense.
I mean, they could have did a single this week, but then the triple next week would still leave, 4 people, yeah.
I feel like if you do it next week though, that's a way too much power. Like,
you're basically choosing almost your jury.
yeah. So there would be 7 people. 1 person goes. You in HOH at 6. You have to nominate 3 of the other 5 people. And then if the veto's used, you don't even choose your other nominee.
Yeah.
If the veto's used by one of the 2 who are off the block, it's way too.
Yeah.
And the people who are off the block are probably working with you close enough that like they're gonna probably it depends. Yeah, it's way too powerful. I mean, it's pretty powerful on this. Like,
Yeah.
you got the guarantee that one of Jace or Marty went home.
That's what I was doing.
Poor Summer.
I know.
This,
She's never going to get over it.
this probably came out of nowhere for her. she'll vote for you, Dad. Don't worry. She's not gonna.
She's back in jury with her boo.
Oh my God, she's not gonna like the jury house.
No.
At
No, not at all.
No.
Voted out Herman. Sat next to Moose. Voted out Gino.
She like really
Back with Marty.
She really doesn't like Moose.
No.
She like there's something like deep there.
Like, so annoying to him.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, like I'm not hanging out with him. This is gonna be a tough week for her.
I felt so bad. The only thing she kept telling me is, I just want to go to top 4 so I can go to the BB Can Awards. That was her only goal. You could get rid of her once you were in the top 4. But I was like, sorry, it's going to be a little sooner than that.
At least I made some enemies in the jury tonight. That's good. Got a little blood on my hands.
And you will.
Yeah, you got a bit more. I got a fight with Marty I didn't intend to get into.
Was he like yelling at you?
It seemed like the right moment to bring up the numbers when like he was. So we're upstairs.
This is after POV.
This is right before the ceremony, but like you had. Did you tell Jace Betty was going out? You did, right?
I told. No, someone else told Jace. I told Betty herself. She was the first person that asked me.
So then it was Helena or Betty.
No, I told Betty first, right up. She was the first person I told. I didn't tell anyone else.
So then Helena or Betty told Jace.
I just said vote for Betty to stay. That's all I said to Helena. I was like, tell Kevin.
I'm with Marty in the room. He's showing me where all his stuff is. I'm like, are you sure you don't want to like campaign right now? He starts campaigning to me. This is before you've nominated Betty. I'm like, hey, if I don't go up, I'm probably not going that way for you. So I told him to do that. Then he runs out because I guess I gave him the idea. He's like, yeah, let me go for it. He's campaigned hard to Jason. Yeah. I walk in and he's like, we can do this, the four of us, like final four. He's like still pitching that group. And then I don't know, something came up and him and Jace were fighting. And then I go, Marty, the math was wrong. And I start trying to illustrate it. He's like, never mind, it can be the three of us. And then I try doing the math and he's like, no, like, do you see what he's doing? He's working with the other side.
I wish I saw that.
There was so much that went on. Did I tell you the Mary Lynn thing?
Which one?
I did, right?
No.
Mary Lynn hates me.
Why?
He just always talks about like how
What are you doing?
Jillian and
Just recapping the day.
Sorry, I'm just walking around.
Come hang.
Is it not? No, I don't really want to. Is it time to? It's not time to sleep.
Hopefully soon. I'm telling Josh how this actually isn't funny,
What
but
is it?
Marty always talks about how like Mary Lynn and Jillian, like he hoped they were friends, and in my head I'm thinking, no, like Mary Lynn literally wants me out of this house so badly. Like she is watching this and she hates my guts, Marty. He's like, I hope they're talking and they talk the episodes, and in my head I'm like, oh my god.
There was a time me and Marty talked, and he told me like that Mary Lynn and Jillian are very similar, and I was like, how do you know that?
When he heard her voice, he was like, she sounds very sweet, which she is, and maybe they are similar. But Mary Lynn, like, truly hates my guts.
You think?
I don't know if she wants to, you know.
Do you think that maybe she can just differentiate that this is a game from personal?
I hope so. I mean, I don't know her. She seems like a lovely woman. I've read her letters over and over, but I do think there's a good chance she really doesn't want.
No. All right. Well, I guess it's not bedtime yet. Do we get a party, maybe?
Maybe she finds me funny, Mary Lynn.
Maybe. Maybe she does. What?
We're in trouble.
Why? Why are we talking?
You gotta talk to everybody. I think Betty's gonna have a very chill HOH week.
Yeah, it's gonna be me going up against Jace.
Oh well. Ian looks like how I thought he looked.
Me too. She described him well.
They're a cute couple.
They're so cute together.
Yeah.
Her whole family.
What? Oh yeah. Dad's so cute. What makes like a cute couple?
I think just like being together, you just like genuinely look happy.
Yeah.
Like you just look like you're in love.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a physical features thing.
No.
I think it's, yeah.
You just radiate something.
Yeah. Yeah, so in season 3, they voted somebody out of the jury. The final 3 they were locked in a room and they were able to choose like one person, and it had to be unanimous.
What?
They ended up just going with the first member of the jury, and he found out like on finale night. He spent so long in the jury house, and the guy was like a massive fan of the show. And then he gets there and
Gets booted.
and they see that, yeah. Oh. Kind of a cruel twist.
That's so mean. Well, 8 people in jury or whatever. There's too many possibilities. 3-person finality.
I don't think they'll do a 3-person finale.
No.
If so, then I'm shooting dead.
Betty just looked at me. She's just like, so who are you putting up? You're not putting up Kevin. I'm like, no, not Kevin. She's like, so Helena or me? I'm like, yeah. She's like, Helena? Me? Yeah. You're putting me up? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah. No, are you for real? Yeah. And I'm just like, do you trust me though? She's like, yeah, I trust you. She's like starting to cry. And then we hug it out. She's just like, I need to go find Kevin and Helena.
And what?
She runs, I think, to go find you two.
Yeah. She found us too. She's like, Josh, play map. Do I have your votes? We're like, yep.
Comes, finds me later. Super pissed off. It's like, you know, I'm mad. And the summer comes in, she's like, I'm pissed too. I'm just like, who isn't gonna be today? Summer's cussing me out. Betty's sitting right there. She's trying to pay attention to the answers that I'm giving to Summer. I'm trying not to give too much to Summer because then I don't want Betty to have too much questions about something that I'm not explaining to Summer.
Yeah. That was, you did great. You like really kept your composure. You were so cool under pressure. Like,
And I know Summer was here. She could have been here.
yeah, yeah. If you like came back at her, she would have. What did she say at the top? I'll be on TV again.
Yeah. It's not the last time you'll see me on TV.
Oh my. I do think someone should get her to host something. She's
Absolutely.
world class charismatic.
Yes. She's funny.
She applied to the show to piss off her coworker. Oh my god.
Day 34 doesn't even touch this day anymore.
Oh, this is next level. Just also like the Gino blindside contributes to it a lot.
Yeah.
Because that was like,
There's so many layers.
there's so many layers.
Was JC even mad after the Gino blindside? I don't think it had even set in then.
She was silent until, I don't know if it was after the HOH comp or something that her and Helena were going at it. I think it was before the HOH comp. She's like yelling, like, you said I'm your number one. She's like, how many number ones do you have?
To me?
To Helena.
Oh.
The answer was like 4 or 5. she's great.
They're probably best friends again right now.
What?
They're probably best friends again right now.
Yeah.
I love their relationship. It's one of my favorites.
Helena and Jace. Was it? Did Betty say that Jace was like bullying her?
Yeah. She was like, you better do this, or else you'll have nobody except me. And even I won't want you.
The campaign threats are so bad. Like even Gino
Never
was so calm doing it. He's like, yeah, you know, if you flip on me, then Jace is just gonna go to the other side and come for you.
Yeah.
This is not compelling.
Jace.
We have fun.
We have a good time.
Are we getting a party or what?
I wonder what they're doing. Maybe they changed the table or something.
Oh my god. All we can do is hang out. I'm personally offended that Marty hid the low tie.
Me too. He was telling us, oh, memorize that, memorize, and he was the one doing it. I don't know how he got away with it.
I think that's funny. And actually a good strategy, because it... I mean...
He probably likes getting eliminated on a triple, though.
What?
He probably likes getting eliminated on a triple.
He is something... That is offensive, the low tie. That's actually offensive. That's a personal attack. Just dropping this off. Hi, how are you?
Fabulous. How are you?
Good answer.
Where were ya?
Should I Expedia withdraw?
Oh, I see.
What, you know what? I looked over at the low tie, though, and I was like, that's a personal attack.
That is a personal attack.
That's
So Marty took those.
You want some pillows?
Yeah. This one. Thank you. Are you gonna take those ones?
Yeah.
Look at us. This is living luxuriously.
Yeah. Can we go to bed or what?
I know, right?
No. I don't really want to go to the DR tonight. Where's my water?
No, please end it. Please, Big Brother, just end it.
What?
So please, Big Brother, just end it.
Yeah.
End the day.
End it, please.
Please just cut it. Cut the cameras.
I
Cut the cameras.
find it funny, except for the low tie. The low tie I find personally offensive.
Right? Like, just because you weren't freaking involved.
We take a lot of joy in that.
Yeah, and you were never invited into the circle. Doesn't mean you have to act like that.
We should do a good session when the backyard's open.
Yeah, now we actually could.
Yeah.
You're right.
What do we even do? What do we do now? We just like, and now we're like really the main characters.
I
Like,
know. It's like I was in here crying. I'm like, really? I can't even. You can't get away at all anymore. There's no hiding.
I don't need the attention. I have it already. You
Listen,
know?
we don't need it. Oh,
Is it
so funny.
Oh my god. Okay, good. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a lot of pillows.
Oh, isn't it nice? You like it? What? No way. You think you're really gonna end up using 2 beds? What if you end up in the crack? You're not gonna.
I'm in the crack. It's not comfortable.
Exactly. So you're gonna end up using one of the beds anyway.
Oh, ooh, that's an interesting. That's not comfortable.
I like the idea though of being able to just put your body everywhere. Before coming in here, I had a nice king bed, and I just sprawled my body right out.
in Banff or at home?
At home.
Me, and, me and Jillian have a queen. That was a mistake.
Yeah, well,
Stop that.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought I
sorry.
heard Big Brother's
Sorry,
voice,
brother.
but I wasn't for sure.
That makes sense. I'll fix it.
Kevin, stop
Sorry,
that.
brother.
Everything you do.
Yeah.
You're such a troublemaker.
Okay, I guess Megabed is not allowed. We have now confirmed.
Hey, asked and answered. I love that with Big Brother. You literally just, you can't really ask questions. You have to just go for it and
Yeah.
see if you get yelled at.
And then see. I was
Yeah.
adding some stuff to Marty's bag as I was packing him,
Yeah.
and I gotta stop that. I was like, what? It was Josh's bag, cause you put your bag out when you're there.
Oh, that's funny. Big Brother's really always watching,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he is observant.
Big Brother doesn't like Megabed.
I'm thinking tomorrow maybe I'll do a little bedroom cleanup here.
I'll help.
There's lots going on.
Yeah. Oh God, and we have to talk about this tomorrow.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? Too soon. Too soon. I'd rather not. Pinky
I'm
that.
still processing.
What a night. I think that's what I'm really trying to do. My brain is just overloaded right now. I'm trying to like unpack everything.
You know what's helped me
What?
when I go to bed is I just picture myself on a beach, like especially on those nights when it's racing.
Yeah,
There's a lot of information today.
lots of
We
information.
should have done the math tomorrow.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was too much to add.
That was a nice addition to the whole thing.
Yeah, sorry.
But you know what brings me peace is the fact that he's gone anyway. If he was still in this house, that would have really pissed me off. That would have really added to it. Still pisses me off, but brings me joy knowing Marty's gone.
And we wouldn't know the truth of whether it was like a diabolical plan or it was just like.
I don't think he'd ever own up to it while he's in here. Maybe after the game.
Yeah.
Maybe in jury he would.
If he's like it was my plan, I'll give him the Marty treatment. I'll be like, okay,
Straight up.
that's.
I would love to see what Marty's been freaking saying on the show. Like, I would love to watch his DRs.
Yeah.
Is he smart or is he just...
Not.
or is it... Exactly. Is he smart or is he dumb? Is he absolutely genius or is he just dumb? I don't know.
I think it's a bit of. I think it can
bit of
go
both.
both ways depending on the
Exactly.
day.
Isn't that the oddest thing? Those two things are so opposite,
Well, his like.
but yet so similar.
What?
But yet so similar.
Yeah, because his memory was both the best I've ever seen and the worst. Like he would. You know how I told you like that he talked about like targeting you at 5?
Uh-huh.
This was like the night before the incident. He's like, "Let me tell you something." No, sorry, this was after. This was after, but you know.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I haven't told anyone. He's like, I think at the 5 I want to target JC. I'm like, sir, you've said this to me
And he like forgot he told you?
like 3-4 times, or like he's told me the same story of, to show how his memory is weird. He told me the same story about how he forgot his coworker of 10 years' name one day. He's
Really?
like, I went up to her. I can tell the story. I can tell you. Here, I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
I run this 50-50 draw every year. And I went up to her, and it's been 10 years of working together. And I said, I don't remember your name. And he told me that story like 4 times. But then he's like knows every color of every background. Oh,
Thank God.
amazing. Okay.
I'm gonna run to the washroom. Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, big brother. Please,
I ran away already.
just end the day. We've had enough. Did you drop something? Oh, not the cookie. Oh.
Powerfulness? Yeah, let's do a little powerfulness. Powerfulness going. This could be Summer's toothbrush, big brother. I'm not sure. I feel like it is not. I think she packed it, but I'm not sure. So I will check tomorrow. Talking to Big
So are
Brother.
you talking to? Okay.
Talking to Big Brother about whether this is or is not Summer's toothbrush.
Okay. It should say on the bottom.
No label.
Really? It's interesting. I feel like Summer would have brought it.
I feel like she packed it. Did you pack today?
Yeah, well, so I had all my toiletries
Yeah.
like together in 2 bags.
Yeah.
But then right before I came in, I literally threw all my drawers of shit into my like duffel bag. Like once I was put on the block in the triple.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you did the fast pack. I did a full pack.
Full thing. I meant to, and then like that was my original plan, and then things just got away from me today. Time, you know, as per usual, on Thursdays.
Good night, Josh.
Good night.
Good night, Helena. Not there.
Oh.
So can we like?
I know, right?
Actually, that's rude. Sorry, big brother. Didn't mean to.
I guess we're allowed to close our eyes.
Finally. Day 55, nightmare.
Absolute nightmare. It's not even a hell day. It's just like pure. It's nightmare material. Big time.
face.